fact, the Chris Top program does live broadcast in Braille strictly for the hearing impaired.
The Top, broadcasting live to at least 3 people on Spreaker.com. I never talk to strangers unless they're hot. The Ice Cream Man is evil. Justin Bieber was sent to this planet to destroy the minds of teenage girls. When my hand falls asleep, I like to slap myself in the face with it because it feels like a stranger is attacking me. And I happen to love ponies as well. So, do you want a date?
Mr. Pop.
Dorks of the world, unite. No, okay, listen closely. It's not WOBA, it's WABA.
Mr.
This is the Chris Top program, broadcasting worldwide to at least 3 people.
And I am the one and only Chris Top, broadcasting live from my lavish studio apartment here in sunny Clarksville, Tennessee, with an ocean view. How in the hell are you, world? You know, this new account thing, I've been thinking about it lately, and it's kind of cool because, and I think I mentioned this the other day, because I've been around for a couple of years, and while I may have had, I don't, how many followers was it, 2,600, something like that? While I may have had that many followers, I don't know how many of those people were around. So this is giving me the opportunity to sort of start over again with a fresh new fan base. Now, you are absolutely, positively in the right place because you, my friends, are listening to the Chris Top program. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to follow me on Facebook. I want you to tweet with me. I want you to tumble with me. I want you to stumble with me. There's so much stuff. Do not Reddit with me because they've blocked me from they've blocked me from posting anything on Reddit, so I can't talk back. Did I mention Twitter? I hope I mentioned Twitter. And most importantly, please follow me here on Spreaker, because in order for me to apply for iHeartRadio, I have to have at least 100 followers. And last time I checked, I was up to 33. So that's where we're at, my fellow dorks. Now, I have some questions to ask you. And my Twitter's going insane. Thank you guys so much. But I have some questions to ask you because this show is pretty bare bones. So what I need from you is I need input. What do you want from the old program back on this one? Because I'm going to keep talking with very little production until I hear from you guys. And I want to do some new production, and I want to bring some of the old stuff back, but I want to know what you want. Because I can make it fresh again. I can redo a lot of that stuff and make it new. So I just need to know what you guys want. And I'll do what I can. I will. I just need to be careful for now. Now, I do want to welcome everybody that's in the chat. And I'll tell you, I've got a plan. And this is my plan. I asked on Facebook a little earlier. I said, this is what I said. I said, what do you guys want today? More stories? Or do you want a typical Chris Top program? Tell me, because I want to broadcast. And these are the comments. Toby Denny said, I like both. Kathy Salisbury said, both, double the dorkiness. And my Twitter's going nuts, too. And then Tracy said both. Brent Bradley says, I agree both. Nathan Jackson says, can't be typical if you're not on at 2 a.m. It is early for me, isn't it? And I used to do broadcast at about this time, but my schedule has just been messed up. I'm hoping to do an earlier show. Well, I'll probably do several earlier shows tomorrow, just so you know. So be ready for nonstop Chris Top program tomorrow, for sure. And then Christopher John Taylor of HTLA Radio says, that house fire was epic. Balls, but I need some classic old school. Lisa Foster says, are you doing a live show? Are you doing a show tonight? Yes, I am, Lisa. And then Crystal just yelled out Freebird. And see, she knows how I feel about Freebird, and I don't know. I am getting tweeted to death. I really am. I'm getting tweeted to death. So I've got to check my Twitter. This is going insane. This is really going insane. Let's see. Donovan Timmons is retweeting me. I love Alice Cooper. She says, OMG, it's a dork and he's live. Okay, see, I've got to take my possessed phone at this point and try to go to actual Twitter, because what I'm doing is I've got it just where some of the tweets come through, but they don't always come through. So I have to actually go to Twitter to make sure I'm getting them all. But Donovan, he's threatening me with his tweets. I don't even understand. Now, I left some other comments, and if you hear that noise, if you want that noise to go off through the whole show, I would love it. So please tweet away. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm feeling really good about this change so far. Now, after I posted that, I said this. I said, okay, because this show is going to be typical Chris Top. After this, I'm going to get back on, I'm going to tell a story, but my destiny is in your hands. So I need some comments on the last post that I left 33 minutes ago on the Facebook page. I said, so what kind of story? Do you want a tearjerker? See, and I'm capable of all of this because I am a master thespian. And see, it's easy because these are true stories. And I do have a warning for you. The pizza man could show up during the show. If he does, I may put him on. We'll see. But see, I'm in my boxer shorts, so I don't know how that's going to work out. So I said, what kind of story? I said, a tearjerker, inspirational, or do you want comic relief? And it's up to you guys. It's like, remember those old books? I used to get the superhero books. It's like you choose Batman's destiny. Do you want him to turn left in the Batmobile, or do you want him to turn right? And I always picked the wrong way the first time. Batman was dead. Every time I freaking read the book, and I read the book several times, and I knew it was going to happen, and I still picked the wrong way. I killed Batman so many freaking times, and Superman as well. So you are in charge of Chris Top's destiny, and all you have to do is post on Facebook. So what kind of story do you want? Do you want a tearjerker? Do you want something that's inspirational? Or do you want something that's at least going to make you smile? And I say that because I believe Kathy is turning into my resident hater. And she left a pretty snotty comment a few days ago. And this is what she just said 32 minutes ago. She says, well, since you're not funny, or I'm sorry. Since you're not that funny, make it a tearjerker. So far, we have one vote for a tearjerker, and I'm only taking votes on the Facebook page. So if you tweet them, and I've had a couple of tweets for comic relief, maybe more now. So if you tweet them, then I'm not going to pay attention. You have to go to Facebook to vote on the destiny of the top. Now, I'm going to go back to the chat real quick because I do want to say hello to everyone that's in here. And I'm going to say this now in case I run out of time because I'm still not used to these 30-minute shows. I do not, nor will I ever take any of you for granted because there are a million other things you could be doing, but you're hanging out with me. Makes me feel pretty good. I've gotten so much support on Spreaker, so many people telling me that they're supporting me and wanting me to get on iHeart, and makes me feel good. It really does make me feel good, and I really want this too. So if you guys can get your friends to follow me on Spreaker, get me up to that 100. As soon as I hit 100 people, I'm going to reapply. Just because by that time I'll have a few more episodes up. They'll be easy to listen to. They'll be 30-minute episodes. It's going to be just basic. It's going to be me. And once I get in, I'm going to figure things out a little bit, and then I'm going to put together the new show. So I want to say hello to Live to Chat Radio. It's so good to see you. And we've got Love Muffin, a.k.a. Jen, in the chat. Also, you're not a stalker. You're just a tweeter. There's a difference. Also in the chat, I'm going to scroll on down. We have HTLA Radio 1 in the chat, a.k.a. Chris. See, live to... What are you doing, Freebird? What are you screaming out Freebird for? You guys know I don't like Freebird. And I can't do the Lady Gaga thing, so not yet. So if that's something you want back, if you like to hear me throw up, then leave comments on Facebook. Let me know what old material you would like to see again. This could be an opportunity for me to reinvent the Chris Top program, but I don't want to leave everything behind. So I'm going to kind of leave part of the destiny of the show in your hands. Not only my next broadcast, but the future of the Chris Top program. HTLA Radio 1 says 9 p.m. is a new primetime record for Mr. Top. It's 8 o'clock here. Yeah, so I may do 2 or 3 more shows before I go to bed. It just depends on how I'm feeling. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Now we've got Cookie in the chat. She comes in and says, hey, Cookie, it's so good to see you, and I'm glad you found the new Chris Top program page. And you're going to have to catch up. You're going to have to go back and listen to some of the older episodes to figure out why I'm doing this. And Desi says, back on track, are we? I'm trying. I'm really trying. I need to get 100 followers. So if you can help me out, Desi, then let me know. And I need you guys to post on Facebook because I need to know the destiny of my next show. Let's see who else we've got in the chat. I don't want to miss anybody. I want to go through the whole thing here. Cookie says she wants to hear some funny stuff. Well, you got to mention it on the Facebook page. I'm just going to ignore it until I see it on Facebook. Desi says, school is going to start in less than a week. Other than that, things are going good with Desi. Let's see. And I'm scrolling through. HTLA says, if you want funny, you'll need to have him play our promos for him. And I don't have the promos. I don't have those in this new account. So if that's something that you would like to see me, or if you want to make new promos, I'd be happy to play those. And we also have Becca in the chat. You know, I'm kind of feeling like I did when I first started Spreaker because we've got quite a few people in here. We do, and I'm feeling really good about this. I am. Okay, now this is going to be typical Chris Top. Now that I've just sort of jabbered for about 12 minutes or 13 minutes, that's pretty much how I am. So you need to get used to that. Now, okay, before I get... there's things that I want to do before I get started because I know how I am. I've got several stories. We have the lovely Vivacious Kiss in the chat. I've got several stories that I want to go through, but I know I get so long-winded that 30 minutes is up just like that. And so I want to make sure, if you do a show on Spreaker, go ahead and type the word show into the chat. Make sure you spread the Spreaker love. Make sure you give each other a follow. You check the show out at least one time. If you don't like it, then you don't have to keep listening. But if you do like it, then whammo bammo. Yeah, I just said that. Then you've got maybe a new favorite. Probably not as cool as the Chris Top program, but I'm just saying. Now, I came across this story, and this kind of made me chuckle a little bit, just because, well, this kind of stuff has been known to happen in the South. But this happened in New York City, and I don't think in New York City they know how to deal with raccoons. So has anybody seen this story? Now you've got, I'm going to call her, her name is Taraka, so I guess it's Taraka? Is it, okay, we're just going to call her Tara. Okay, we're going to call her Tara. Now, she plays in the New York City band Prince Rama. See, this is getting weird. I bet she hits the doobies quite often. I'm just thinking, if you play in a band and the name of the band is Prince Rama, I bet you fire up the bong. And I'm not judging her. I'm not. I love Nathan. He's one of my best buddies, and well, he smokes a lot, and I don't. But I mean, I can get along with people that do. That's all I'm saying. So she smokes, she's in the band, Prince Rama. And she was like that. Like, does anybody know who that band is? Why would they even mention that? Oh, she's in Prince Rama? I've got all their CDs. I saw them in concert last year. I had fifth row center stage. Prince Rama threw his beer on me. I couldn't believe it. See, nobody said that. Everybody's like, Prince who? Is it the band formerly known as Prince Rama? So anyway, Tara, she was walking around Central Park a few nights ago when she noticed these two little dance partners. They were raccoons, and they were blocking Tara's path, and that's what she says. So naturally, if you've got two wild animals, I mean, if you were in Texas, they could have been armadillos. I mean, if you were in Australia, they could have been two kangaroos. Had you been in Tennessee, they could have been raccoons as well. So what is the first thing you would do if there were two wild animals blocking your path? And I'll give you a hint. I will give you a hint. A lot of people do this with food. So that's your hint. Now, Live to Chat Radio, I'm guessing, knows who Prince Rama is. Am I out of the loop? Am I supposed to know who they are? But Live to Chat Radio says Prince Rama, previously Prince Rama of, what is that word? I am so out of the loop. Is a two-piece new age psych dance band based in Brooklyn, New York. Sisters Taraka and... Okay, the Larson sisters have lived in... See, I don't even know what some of these words are. Where are they from? This is the hardest thing I've ever seen to read in my life. But anyway, it's a legitimate band, and it's one of those new age bands. I wonder if I could get a hold of her and maybe get some of their music. I may give that a shot. I may actually try to get a hold of her and see if I can get some of the... Well, see, I'm afraid to play it, though. I'm afraid to play it, so we'll see how that goes. You never know. I might be able to get some voice clips from Tara and just ask her about the attack. And we'll see, I'm getting ahead of myself. So she sees these two wild animals. So naturally, she decides to Instagram one of them. And she says, and then things got real. So I'm sitting there and I'm Instagramming the raccoon and things got real all of a sudden. I think maybe now Tara has a glass eye. Probably not. I'm just playing. She says, one of them got on top of my shoes, wrapped its claws around my leg. I would have been mortified. I would have been so afraid. Because you know those raccoons, they've probably got that death grip. So this raccoon is on her foot, and she's probably trying to kick it off like a football. But that raccoon's not going anywhere. That's what I would have tried to done. And I would have kicked and it just wouldn't have moved, and I would have been mortified. So it wrapped its claws around my leg and started to gnaw on my leg. So the raccoon starts to eat her leg. Don't ever Instagram a raccoon, because evidently it drives them insane. Raccoons do not like their pictures on Instagram, so make a mental note of that. Now, Larson told a nearby hotel that she was taken to Roosevelt. She was taken to Roosevelt Hospital. I don't know what she was doing at the hotel. I don't know what she told them. And this is where she was given 15 shots. And I guess that's what they do for rabies. So if you try to Instagram a raccoon, and the raccoon eats your leg, not only are you going to get your leg gnawed off, but you're going to have to get 15 shots as well. And she probably got a pretty good lecture about taking filtered pics of wildlife that are behaving strangely, I would think. And when she said dancing, I'm wondering if the Racoons were, the boom chicka wow. I wonder if they were getting down. I wonder if they were listening to, the love-making music here on Spreaker, and they were getting. See, I don't know. I wasn't there. Now, do we have anybody in the chat? And let me go back to Facebook real quick. I want to go back to Facebook, and I want to take a look and see if anybody's responded. Because I kind of sort of want to know what direction I'm going in on the next program. Okay, so what kind of story? A tearjerker, inspiration, or comic relief? And so far, I've got comic relief, and then I've still just got Kathy's very snide remark about doing a tearjerker. So right now it's up in the air. We either need a tiebreaker or we need more votes. And it's right under the live episode that it's the post right under that. I left it 47 minutes ago, so my destiny is in your hands. PS Infinity Radio came in and said Waba, and I do want to say Waba back to you. So what do you guys think? I mean, do I need to play the classic Waba songs and the Waba rap, or is that something that maybe we need to revamp and to do over again? See, I'm leaving a lot of this show in your hands. I mean, you tell me what kind of production you want. I want this crafted for the listeners. And I've always told you guys that you are the reason I broadcast. So I think it's probably about time I start acting like it. You tell me what you want, and the top is going to deliver. And, that's why the show is the way it is. That's why you're going to get an earful of me. Why are you screaming out Freebird? I don't even... See, I don't like Freebird, and I have reasons. I have reasons for not... Live to Chat says Racoons making love to Freebird. See, that I wish I could really... I wish... Okay, the pizza man's here. Everybody be quiet, because I don't want him to think I'm crazy. We've got 23... Okay, we're 23 minutes into the show. And the pizza guy is here. Now, the PS Infinity Radio says the Christop program always makes Googling work go way faster. So I do want to say hello to all the professional Googlers out there in the world. Now, okay, what kind... The pizza guy is here. I don't know if I should keep broadcasting, or is he gone? What is he? It's Papa John's Pizza. We just gave Papa John's a shout out around the world, and this is one of those. It's one of those works pizzas too. It's got everything on it, but Sarah doesn't really care for the olives. Was it the olives? The olives that you don't like? The black, yeah, she doesn't care for the black, but I love them. So we got half black olives on the pizza. I love Papa John's. I really do. It's like my favorite pizza. We should have got the pizza guy out. Did he look at us funny when he came in? Was he like, what's this guy talking about? Oh my gosh, I may have to end this show quick. But no, what I'm going to do is after the show's over, I'm going to get a couple of bites of pizza, and then we'll come back on and we're going to tell a story. And I don't know exactly what kind of story yet. I swear I had 10 news stories lined up, and I barely got through one on this show. But I need to hear from you guys. I need to know what kind of story you want. So far, it's either a tearjerker or it's a comic relief. So I need to know from you guys. Well, he left. I thought about getting him over here. He could have given Papa John's a shout out, but I think he was a little taken back by the broadcast. So I don't know. He's gone now. I'm not gonna chase down the pizza guy. Okay, now there's a new study out, and you know how I like studies. They found that people with anemia, it's the low levels of red blood cells, they're at an increased risk of developing dementia. Did I say that right? Dementia. Now, one of the most common causes of anemia is iron deficiency. All right, so there's one really great thing that you can eat to boost your iron content. And do you know what that is? Okay, it's not pizza. I mean, pizza would help because it's got the meats and stuff on it. But there's one thing that you can eat to boost your iron content, and that thing is steak. And I love steak. I really, really do. I don't know if my iron's low or not. Now, there are plenty of other iron-rich things that you can eat, like beans, nuts, liver. So if you follow this advice, you can eat a ton of bacon. Oh, my mouth's watering right now. I think it's because I'm smelling the pizza, and I'm talking about bacon. So you can eat a ton of bacon, and you can follow that up with a steak chaser or two. And that'll get that iron right where it should be. And then you'll have a very long, happy, iron-rich life. Or you'll have a heart attack at like age 40 or something. So I guess you're just sort of picking the lesser of two evils, I guess is what you're doing. Live to Chat says, vote comic relief. Dementia. See, that's what I thought. See, I've heard that word before, and before I did my broadcast, I was like, oh, I can say that. So then I get in here, and it's like my mind goes blank, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay. I know how to say that, and now but see, that's why I'm still on Spreaker. And that's why they didn't pick me for iHeartRadio, just because I don't know how to say dementia. Dementia. Now, Becca says there's a song on YouTube about loving bacon. I'm going to have to listen to it now. Raise your hand if you love bacon. I absolutely love bacon. We should all pitch in, and we should get one giant pizza with just extra bacon on it. And I don't want it all cut up like the little crumbs. They should just put whole strips of bacon on the pizza. As a matter of fact, what they should do is they should put like 3 pounds of bacon in a frying pan, and they should just fry it all to where it sticks together. And then you could actually make the crust out of bacon, I'm thinking. And then you could put the pizza sauce over the bacon. And then you could melt whatever kind of cheese you want on top of that. So then it looks like a pizza. And then on top of that, you can take the little bacon crumbles or the little pieces of bacon, not the Canadian bacon, but real bacon, and then just put that on top of that. So you've got this pizza that's made of bacon with the pizza sauce, the cheese, and then more bacon on top. I think that would make a great pizza. Now, the only thing that we may not agree on, because I like my bacon kind of chewy, and I feel like I'm in the minority because I think a lot of people like their bacon crispy. But I don't like it. I like to be able to chew on it a little bit. So that's my favorite. So I don't know. Now, I do want to say this. I want to say WABA to everybody out there, everybody around the world. And if you don't know what WABA means, WABA is working on being awesome. That is something that we as dorks are in constant pursuit of. I am Chris Top. I'm the self-proclaimed leader of all dorks. If you're in the United States, I'm known as President of Dorks. If you're in the UK, I'm known as King Dork. In many parts of the world, and I'm very ashamed of this, I'm known as the Great Dorktator. My geek friends, they call me Dork Vader. Down under, they call me El Dorco. How long has it been since you've heard that? I'm shocked. I really am shocked that I even remembered all that. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I really am. And we've got the Raw Nerve Show in here. Bacon-covered bacon with a side of bacon. See, you guys need to come over and have some bacon. We'll drink some bacon grease as well. It'll be fun. I'm almost out of time. I'm going to come back. I'm going to eat some pizza, and I want you guys to let me know what kind of story I'm going to tell for the next show. Raw Nerve, I appreciate your support. I really do. I appreciate everyone's support. Thank you guys so much. Really. Well, that's it. I'm almost out of time. These 30-minute shows, they're killing me. They really are. Until I broadcast again, please remember this. Life is good, and I'm gone.
You have been exposed to the Chris Top program. Tune in next,
Yeah, I don't have a schedule.
right.